but it's just so, it's like, it turned like tonight out here. Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly.
Hi, we're at the Allegheny National Forest in northwestern Pennsylvania. And we're here because
we are chasing what we think is going to be a good location to watch the solar eclipse.
2024 solar eclipse.
We are here. This is in northwestern Pennsylvania, and the pathway for the complete and full solar eclipse does come through this part of western Pennsylvania. So tomorrow we're going to try and find the exact location, but we're just camping here for the night because it's close by. And then depending on weather and cloud cover as to where our final location was going to be. But we're trying to get to a nice clear sky, obviously, so that we can see the eclipse tomorrow.
Can't wait to show you.
Here's Miss Soph, the happy dog, always going out and getting sticks, but loving it out here, aren't you, girl? You tear that stick up, girl.
These campsites are so nice. They're all laid out nice with a fire pit and labeled.
Yeah, each one's got a good fire pit and stuff.
And there's nobody here. You have the whole
All
place
thing to ourselves. So we're doing. What are we doing now, Kelly? What important bit are we doing?
I'm checking to see if the bathrooms I saw on the way in are actually opened. Important information for a traveling van girl.
Let's go and see.
Okay, so let's see. They are open. They must have some pretty significant toilet paper theft around here. They have that locked up. And then let's see. I'm gonna get some toilet paper. Lift this up. This just goes straight down to the ground. So it's like a composting. But it's good to know. And I always do a big inspection for spiders. With our lights, it'll be a little bit lighter in the morning. It's getting towards dark now. The sun is setting. All right, this is exciting news. Close by.
So we are in a place called Timberline Trailhead. And I picked it on a map because it'll be a good place for us to stay. And it is, because there's nobody here. We have it all to ourselves. It's a good facility. However, if you're into ATVs, this is a place to go. Look at this map. So we're here. Everything that's here in red, all over here, are ATV trails. There are hundreds of miles of trails there. And this facility is good. They even got a ramp there for loading, so you can load things strictly onto your trailer by that ramp over there. So you don't have to worry about if you've got a ramp to get your things on and off the trailer. Like, the facilities here are pretty good. And they've just redone and repaved it all. Like, this is a really nice facility. So if you're into that kind of thing, this is the place to be.
Good morning.
Just a quick explanation here. My eye is swollen because I have a bit of a sty in it, and every morning it would be more swollen than throughout the day and at night. So just a little aside for that.
Good morning. We are going to take Sophie for a little walk before we figure out what's happening today. But we woke up to a very gray morning. There's no blue sky at the moment, so that may affect our plans and where we go today. But we'll see. We'll do our best to bring it to you, but we'll see. But first of all, Kelly, how was your experience this morning after your little tour last night?
It was great. So in my personal experience, I've never had a forest have facilities. So that was very convenient. And yeah, it's just beautiful here. I'm looking forward to the little walk this morning.
It's nice. And somebody else, a little four-legged critter, is like impatiently excited to go for this walk, so we better get going. So there she is. Miss Soph is always ready for a good walk and ready to go. She stopped now and she's looking like she heard something. But
She'd take off in a split second whenever the word walk is used. Oh, here she comes. You ready? Let's go. Let's walk. We've made it back from our morning stroll in one piece. But of course, Soph leading the way up there. Always on the go.
Tracks, but no other wildlife.
Yeah, which is fine. But you know, we didn't necessarily want to see any other wildlife. We didn't need any encounters with bears or mountain lions, so we're good. Now it's time to have some breakfast and then figure out where we're going today so we can find some blue sky and catch this eclipse.
We need the clouds to go away.
So we are heading to Erie, Pennsylvania, right on the Great Lake, so that we have the best chance of seeing the eclipse. The weather forecast says that there's a chance of some cloud breaks, especially closer to Lake Erie. So that's where we're heading there. Hopefully we'll get some breaks in the clouds so we can actually see and film it. But right at the moment it's starting to spit, like it's raining, and that's a good thing. And like, you know, clouds are basically moisture, so the more moisture that comes down now as rain means the clearer the skies can be later. So that's the hope. And yeah, we'll find out. But we're still driving through the national forest at the moment, on a main road, but we're still driving through the national forest, getting out of it, heading that direction. So we'll show you a bit of that as well, just so you can see it.
That's gonna be funny when you saw that.
So we are out of the mountains and now just heading down through the lowlands towards Lake Erie. Nothing much to see, but again, we've never been into this part of the country before either, so it's kind of all new. If we see something interesting, we'll show you. So we are in a place called Scott Park in Erie. It's on the water, although we can't see it because there's too many trees around in the park, and it doesn't go all the way to the water. At least the parking doesn't. Some of the trails might. But we have an alternative, and we're going to try and find ourselves a better spot because there's not a whole lot of, or not the greatest view of the sky here either, and we want a better view. So we're going to find a better spot, and we'll show you that. Somebody's there with their dog, going to find themselves a good spot out on the beach. Got that road closed off.
No parking along the roadways, no drones allowed. All the schools, we just passed the school and all the lots were taped off, and there's just all these like places of establishments have guards like this out and about, and people sitting there, and no parking signs. All along the road travel today said to no stopping in the road while the eclipse is going on.
Yeah.
So many parking lots are full. A lot of signs of no parking in certain places. One school we passed, every parking lot was blocked off. It said, what do they call it? Instruction, like flexible instruction day. So I think the schools are closed, and saying, a lot of parking signs.
We're going to try this lot.
Right on.
It won't fit, but we're going to try it.
There's a van at
It's
the
on the
end.
water. You get a good view of the ocean. Now there's a van down there, which may be kind of the only direction that's going to be viable for us. Otherwise, we're going to be sticking out. I think these parking spots are too small. Maybe that way we can kind of push in, like that van did. But yeah, I don't know that we're going to fit here. Nope. Onward. We're not fitting here. Ends here. It's better ability to stick out, or to even just park right along here. We might just park on this side.
Over here?
Right here. Like this. Doesn't say no parking on this side. We can open the door and get a full view of it out there.
Nice.
Alright, I think we found our spot.
So I think we got here just in time. Here's our spot, and traffic is just coming in. Campers, vans, people taking chairs out, the beach walkways right through. there. People are heading out to the beach. So, got a nice water view here. The sun just went in, but it was out a few minutes ago, so there's a boat out there, people waiting on their boat, in their boat. So we're gonna take Sophie for a walk, get some energy out of her, and then get set up. So excited. There's so much traffic coming into this peninsula. There's so many areas along as we're walking with parking lots. This is so much better than that other park. I'm glad we had a second plan in mind. The sun's coming out here and there a little bit. So there's still a good chance we'll get to film it.
So I just wanted to show you my vantage point for lunch. Kelly just made us a nice lunch. Yeah. Besides that vantage point. Besides that vantage point.
Does the view get any better than this?
This is my view looking out from lunch. Right across, we're actually on a little peninsula on Lake Erie, facing the town of Erie, which is what you can see there in the background, just waiting for these clouds to go away so that we can point ourselves up there at the sunshine and see what we need to see. But it's a nice little lookout here for lunch, and I'm here, and Miss Sophie's enjoying the lookout as well. She's down there watching all the people and everything going by. She's on her leash so she can't wander far away or get in traffic or anything like that. But she's enjoying it out there for sure, and we're enjoying lunch with a view once again.
Here you go.
Thanks. So, kind of scissors, please. One of the things that I'm doing is I am creating an apparatus for my phone to be able to view and film the eclipse when it comes. So, what I'm doing is cut one of our glasses so we have a lens. And that's going to go here over my cameras on my phone. And we're using my phone as opposed to the one that Kelly's holding, which is our normal one that we use to film, because this has got a better quality lens and things on it. So I think we're going to get a better, less grainy view out of it, is my hope. We'll see. But I've also got this little thingy, which is actually it's an actual physical zoom lens. So it's not a digital zoom like, you know, most of your cameras and stuff on your phones do a digital zoom. So it literally takes the picture and zooms it in digitally, whereas this is a manual. This is actually a physical lens that you would get on a regular SLR camera, except for it's made for your phone. So I'm going to use this to hopefully zoom in a little bit, so that's not all a digital zoom, because this will not pixelize, whereas digital zoom does. So I'm hoping to get this done, get it zoomed in with the least amount of pixelization as we can. That's the plan. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm working all this, and then I'm going to put it on the stand, on the tripod, so I don't have to hold it, because if I hold it, it's going to be shaky no matter what, because, especially because it's zoomed in. But on the tripod, hopefully it'll be pretty steady. So that's the plan.
So the sun just came out, and I
see it right now.
and I tested.
You got it lined up.
You do?
Yeah.
You got it all lined up?
Yeah. With the filter on it, I can see the sun.
Awesome. We just tested ours out. You put them on inside the van or look at just anywhere besides the sun, you can't see. They're completely black. But they work great for the view in the sun. So here's the band of totality. And we are here, right in this spot here in Erie, PA. Right there. So we are hoping that we get to experience totality, and right now the sun is out, so it's getting pretty exciting.
Have a look out here. The sun's out, but you can barely see the shadow there on the ground because it's almost completely fully eclipsed at the moment.
We're 2 minutes away.
2 minutes away, so it's getting dull out there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up as much. Just kind of looks like a cloudy day, but you can see down here in the shadow, it's very dull.
Small sliver left.
Small sliver. All right.
can't. You can.
Now look, it's almost like it's turned to night out here. Like everything's gone. Everything's gone. I'm gonna zoom in there. So this is without a filter. Nothing covering the lens. That is it.
That is so cool.
That is it. That is cool. You can see it right here now with the naked eye.
Look how dark it is.
I know. It's like turned to night out here.
Fireworks.
Wow. It's like turned to night. Even though it's the middle of the day. Wow.
What a great experience. I'm so
Wow.
thankful.
So that is it. Right there. Naked camera lens, nothing covering it. Eclipsed. So you can actually see, I'll zoom in, there's a little bit of a solar flare. Maybe you can't quite tell. But with the naked eye, you can actually see a solar flare. Looks much more distinct than what you're seeing here. But there's a solar flare there, so it's nice. But it's just so, it's like, it turned like tonight out here. Like the sun's already set or something. This is cool. It's all dark. All dark out here. And somebody's setting off fireworks over there to celebrate. And of course, Sophie went and hid up in the van because of it. But yeah, there it is.
We're just sitting here for a bit. Josh went to walk Sophie because the traffic is just bumper to bumper. It's been going for a while now, so we're just gonna ride it out for a little bit. Downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. We decided to explore the rest of the peninsula. I think we really had the best spot where we were.
Spot. All right, so we are heading out of the park. At the moment, there's no traffic, but there was a lot of traffic further down. I think we're going to hit, but it's pretty open at the moment. But this park seems to be on a little peninsula, and the outside seems to be at a slightly higher elevation than the inside. The inside's all marshy here, which is what we're coming across now. So it's interesting, but I'm sure we're going to hit traffic soon. Well, we have found the traffic. Here it is. Who would have thought that in a park, getting out of a state park on Lake Erie, which is just off to the right, would be this kind of traffic. And not just traffic, like there's probably, gosh, a couple of miles of this traffic that we've got to sit in. So yeah, lots of fun. But we're finding a bakery. That's the important thing. Where are we, Kelly?
Bakery I found.
What's it called?
Arts.
All right, let's go and have a look. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. How's it going? Looking good.
I gotta do what you like though. I just love how it gets worse and worse every time.
Yeah, this is going to have to be a hard choice. I see the cinnamon rolls. I see elderberry pie, danishes. I know. It's looking good. So,
Are you gonna tell him?
we had a little bit of a score.
Huge. Oh my gosh.
So this is a place called Arts Bakery on West Ridge Road here in Erie, PA. And I think this is probably like everything.
Look at all
Everything is made on site every day. It is so fresh
Look at these cookies.
and cheap. We got rolls, a Danish, cookies, a brownie. What else did you get? Oh, she got 4 Buckeyes, which are chocolate covered peanut butter. I got a couple of more Danishes in there.
And I think this is the
And what else did we get in here?
oh, I got a chocolate chip scone with icing.
Okay, so we got all of that. All of that. And for those of you from Delaware, Pennsylvania has sales tax. All of that. And it came to $19.12. And it's all made on site and it's all fresh.
That one time we were in Virginia.
Oh yeah, we've gotten
we went
2
to
items and paid that.
Yeah, to that French bakery.
Yeah.
And I got a little tiny morsel of cake.
Yeah.
It was like $8.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is amazing. This
The
place.
best cookies I've ever had.
It's a good thing this is not close to home, because I gained like 100 pounds in a
I
week.
can't even believe how fresh these. I just want to.
Yeah, they're so. Oh,
It didn't help that I went in there extremely hungry.
we got a lot of stuff now to eat, and for those of you who know me, I do carb cycling. This is supposed to be a low carb day. I don't know.
Too.
I don't know how this is going to happen today with all of this, but we'll see. So we are on our way to our. We're going to go back to the same spot we were last night. We could not leave the bakery stuff alone.
Oh.
We had to have a roll, made into a sandwich. Amazing, soft. Oh, it's the way rolls should be. It was amazing. And then
Sorry.
we each had to have a dessert too.
The best Buckeye I ever had. It was like a whipped peanut butter dipped in dark chocolate. Best chocolate chip cookies, even better than the Ready Market, and up to this point they have always been my favorite. And then I got a chocolate chip scone, but it had icing on it, and not like a typical scone, but it was just delicious, like melted in my mouth. And then
Oh, so good. I had a raisin cookie. And the only other place really that's ever had raisin cookies is Bing's Bakery. We went there once a few videos ago. And this was even better than that. Like, it was amazing. So,
it was so worth it. I'm so glad we stopped there. Because
Yeah.
I was initially had picked another place, and then I was reading the reviews on this one. Oh my gosh, and that fresh bread. Oh, so good.
amazing. Worth the stop for us. And if you're ever in Erie, definitely go there.
We have a 2-hour drive till we get to our destination, and I was like, oh, we better eat this now. We don't want to eat it 2 hours from now. That would be too long and too late to eat. We really need to
Yeah.
take care of this now.
She was arguing hard, but she was twisting my rubber arm anyway, so it was all good.
We
It was just a matter of holding ourselves back so we didn't eat the whole lot. That
There's
was
a
the only
speed
thing.
trap ahead.
luckily we have a nice long hike planned for tomorrow.
Yeah, work off some of these carbs and these calories. But yeah, that was delicious. So, all right, got a 2-hour drive ahead of us. Here we are, coming home again, same spot. Actually, a little bit later than yesterday, even though yesterday was pretty late. A little later than yesterday. Sun is pretty much down. I can barely see it through the trees over there, so it's pretty much down.
We're gonna rush to get some outside showers. Hopefully we don't have any visitors, just like last night.
Yeah, hopefully. So we'll get in there and get it done quick while the light is there to be had. So far, looking good. Yeah. Looks like we have got it to ourselves again.
Woo-hoo.
All right. We like that. We like that indeed. All right, we're just going to pull around to our spot where we were last night because that worked so well for us. And we will have it again tonight. And here we are, home again.
Good morning.
Good morning. We did not find that cute little town last night. We didn't go through it, which means either we came a slightly different way, which I don't think that we did, but it's possible, or that the town is actually on the way home and we'll hit it tomorrow and we'll show you then. We'll see. I have a feeling it's the latter, not the former, but that also means that our memory's not so good. Who knows? Anyway, today, we, as you can see the van behind us, we're in the same spot we were last night. And it's again, nice spot. Nice spot. We came in last night and had showers and got ourselves organized and went to bed. But we are heading off to walk some of these ATV trails today. Hopefully a nice long walk and all that. using it as a bit of a test to see what my knee can take, because they shouldn't be steep because they're actually like roads, so they shouldn't be steep, so they should be fine. But we'll see. But that's what we're doing, and hopefully we'll find some nice scenic stuff to show you too. So this is what the road looks like that we're walking down. It's really a road more than it is a trail. I mean, at this point, the van could do this road, it's nothing. But we're walking it, seeing how we go. You can see Sophie's way off up there in the distance, making tracks, as she always is. But yeah, we're having fun. So we've come to our first intersection, and we're taking one we think is correct, although it's not well signed. But that's okay. I'm using the map. It actually has contour lines on it, which is helpful, because the road we want to take goes off to the left, which this one does, and it goes down this ridge, which this one looks like it's doing. So while it's not marked, I'm pretty sure this is the right one. So we're going to take it and see how we go. And if not, it's all part of the adventure.
I heavily rely on Josh's navigating skills on this side.
We actually were describing what we're going to get. We're going to get t-shirts made, with Josh and Kelly, with our our logo emblem kind of thing on it, which we have yet to devise, but maybe our picture that's on our YouTube channel in the short term. And then hers is going to say on the bottom of it, what?
Passenger princess.
She's with the passenger princess, because that's what she is. And mine is going to say driver and guide, because that's what I do. And maybe senior maintenance mechanic or something too. But...
Oh, I could add food prep, chef, maid.
But anyway, we're heading off down this trail. Here we are down the trail. Kelly's got a jacket on. I'm here sweating in a t-shirt.
I'm taking my jacket off there.
She's finally reached that point, which I reached that like a half hour ago. Yeah.
I think my backpack is like 20 pounds.
That's good.
It's
Helps
good
keep
for
strong.
You're an old lady with osteoporosis like me. What's that term called where you hike with a shrucking or
Rucking.
rucking?
Yeah.
I'm rucking today.
Yeah. We're just walking with the backpack on.
Yeah.
That's
Call
right.
it what you will.
And that's all really rucking is, although they probably put more weight in there purposely, and they might even go fast. I think some ruckers actually run too, but that's not us. My knee won't take running without a backpack, let alone with one up and down hills, so we're just walking. So we've just come across this here beside the trail, and this is not the first one. We've had to come across a couple of others. This is a wellhead for natural gas. So these mountains here in Pennsylvania have got natural gas in them, and there's pipelines in these wellheads all over the place. This one, however, looks like it is disused, whether the well's gone dry or whether they've got a different, more effective means of getting it out in a different location. It's no longer in use, but this is one of the many that you come across out here. So we've come across what I think is a beaver's dam here. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. You can see the definitive line right there across this waterway. It's a creek. There's a definitive line across there that looks to be the handiwork of a beaver. We'll keep an eye out and see if we see any trees that are felled for that reason, or if there's anything else that's given a sign of it, but that's what it looks like. So we've come across what looks to be the remains of another dam, like an old beaver dam. And all around it here, you can see all of these trees and stumps, everything around here. This is all beaver. All this is beaver work. They've chewed all this stuff down for their dam. You can have a look right here on this stump, how it's all been chewed. It has not been cut at all, that's all been chewed. That's the work of a beaver. And that looks like an old dam. So interesting. They're definitely in this valley here at work. long enough, but you know, Kelly's keen to get moving. So we are coming to our spot for lunch down next to a creek. So where we were before at that Beaver's Dam in that valley, we've gone up the ridge line, walked along the ridge line a couple of miles winding up, and then we've crossed over into the next valley, which is actually also the previous valley, because this is the first valley we came down. So we're going down to the same kind of creek bed area, which was nice and sheltered and cool. We're gonna go down there and have lunch. So that's where we're heading now. We're just coming down the final little slope here into the area where the creek bed is. And Kelly's coming.
On the caboose.
She's
I had to
the
turn
caboose.
my backpack around. It's so heavy on my back.
Yeah, she's been feeling it a little bit, which I can understand. We've come up some pretty steep slopes here, so, and she's not really used to carrying a pack. It's something she's starting to do, she's trying to do, because she read that it's good for strengthening the bones and stuff for osteo. So she's trying to, you know, carry weight when we walk now, which she hasn't done in the past. It's always been me that's carried the pack for the most part. So it's a new experience for her. It's a long walk, so she's feeling it, but we're getting there.
In addition to being a passenger princess, I was a backpack princess, and now I'm not so much. So you know, paying for it.
But it's all good. It'll mean she's stronger in the end for it, and we'll have better walks and all that kind of thing. So, all right, we are just about there. This slope is now starting to flatten out. I'll just turn this around and show you ahead where we're going. It's flattening out, and right there in all of those kind of pine trees is a creek, and it's nice and shaded, and that is where we're going to kind of stop and have our lunch. So we'll show you the spot when we get to it. So here we are at the creek. I think we're going to come over here towards the creek, find ourselves a nice little spot and hunker down for some lunch. There's Miss Soph, always full of energy. She hasn't slackened off at all. She's been racing ahead and everything. All right, I think we can sit right here on this tree right in front of us. What you think? All right, let's do it. She's always got energy, this one. Running into that creek, running across it, come up here, she's back into the logs again. Always the energy. All right, onward and upward, back to the van. So here we are enjoying the, I guess, perfect van life afternoon. We've come back from our walk, we've had showers, and we're just relaxing here. Kelly's reading, and I'm just kind of dozing, not really taking a nap. But the doors are open, the wind is blowing through. This is our view out the back. You can see the ground is a little bit wet there, just because the where we had our showers, it's still drying. But yeah, it's been good, and you know, we're enjoying it. Even Sopha's come in to join us here and relish in the fun that is our Vanlife afternoon. We got our towels drying there in the breeze from our showers, and we are just enjoying it. We rarely in the past have stayed in one spot for more than one night, and this will be our third night here, even though after the first night we went to Erie and saw the whole Eclipse thing and all that, but we came back here last night, and so we're going to have 2 nights in a row here without moving the van at all, which is very rare for us. We rarely do that.
It's relaxing.
So to actually have a relaxing time while we do that is kind of unique for us, but we're loving it. We're enjoying it, and we're enjoying this afternoon. And then we're going to have a lovely dinner of some lemon chicken and broccoli, and then eat the rest of those baked goods we got at Art's yesterday. Looking forward to that. We had some for lunch, but we're going to have some more for dinner, and they are yummy.
So here's the bag of lemon pepper chicken. It's kind of a staple. Josh taught me the recipe. It's the first time I actually made the recipe. It's actually been marinating for 3 days. So I'll cook that in this pan next. But I think first I'm going to just steam some broccoli. And then it can kind of stay warm in the pan while I cook the chicken. Because still, I can't cook 2 things at once. Because we only have 1 burner. But eventually I'll get a second burner. I guess it marinated so long it actually turned it like a white color. It almost looks as if it's been cooked, but it was raw when I marinated, chopped everything up. So interesting. So, how was it, Josh?
I just taste tested both the chicken and the broccoli, and they are spectacular. Very good. Lemon chicken, so tasty after a hike and all that today. And this broccoli, it's like
Steamed it okay?
it's like if it's been cooked in butter. It's beautiful. Rolls too. Thank you.
Last of the rolls,
Last
so
of
we
the
had to
rolls.
finish them today.
Okay. Twist my rubber arm. So we have had dinner and everything, and cleaned up. It's been a beautiful afternoon and evening here, sitting around. But I wanted to show you this. So, of course, we've got Kelly up there having fun, doing her had a roof there for a second.
Putting lotion on my face.
There you go. I want to come back here. I want to show you Miss Sophie, who's propped up here, surveying her kingdom. She's just there, laying on her pillows out the back door here, looking at her kingdom. She keeps looking out here, waiting for something to move or something to come. Nothing does, obviously, but yeah, that's what she's waiting for. So we're here, the only ones here. We've been the only ones here for days. It's just so quiet and secluded. It's been nice, but yeah, she's there surveying her kingdom. Well, good morning. After a very ideal day yesterday afternoon, it was fantastic. We again stayed in the same place and had just a relaxing night in, and it rained in the night.
Most of them.
Yeah, it rained a fair bit of the night, and so it's kind of wet out there this morning, which is quite funny because I just took Sophie out for a walk, and she did her business and she's right back in. She does not like wetness. She just doesn't like it. So we've dubbed her the fair weather princess, along with Kelly's passenger princess. Just have princesses with me. I'm gonna say.
It's a tough job. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, but we did have a visitor last night. We had the roof fence open, and at some point we heard something scratching near the one that was just above our heads at the back. And Kelly jumped up, and the first thing she thought was, there's a bear on the roof. And no, there's no bear. No bear. It said something tiny.
He was trying to get in. I jumped, because I was right under it. I was like, I'm moving on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even a raccoon, I think, would have been too big for what this was, because we didn't hear it. We didn't feel it on the van. The van wasn't moving. We didn't hear any footsteps. We only heard it when it was kind of scratching at the vent. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was small, whatever it was, and it didn't last long. It scratched for a few minutes, and that was it. And Kelly was getting worried that it was going to come in. And I said, no, it can't come in because the way our vent works, the top of it comes up, and then in the gap that it creates in the opening, it's got louvered vents all through that, so nothing can get in. So, and it proved it today or last night that nothing could get in because whatever was up there was trying to, but just could not get through. So that's good. That's good to know. And that was our little visitor. And no, it was not a bear. So it was something small. And I didn't see any evidence. I just went out and had a look in the back of the van. I didn't see any evidence in terms of prints or anything on it. But again, it rained, so any prints may have been washed away. But that was our adventure last night. So we'll see what takes us today as we head home.
It was a nice day. It was 4.5 hours and 10.5 miles on the trek, on the walk hike yesterday. So it was good. I mean, there was some inclines to it.
Yeah, we were kind of feeling it last night in terms of soreness a little bit because, especially since my surgery, I haven't done anything like that distance or anything. So it was a good test to see what it was. And this morning, like my legs and my knees feel fine. So that's a good sign that we're on the mend and things are getting back to where they should be. So, all right, we'll see what adventures that take us today. So these are the louvered vents here, just from the back. You can see on the fan there. So we've got it up and it's on. But you can see they're all louvered and there's a little grate with them, so that nothing is kind of getting through there. And that's where the thing was scratching, whatever it was. But yeah. And then here on the back, there's no evidence at all of anything. I'm assuming that whatever climbed up here onto that, along this edge, this crack. Use the hinge for that door and the light, and then the hinge from there. But yeah, I can't see a thing. Nothing that shows any evidence of a critter. But that's the vent up there. That one's open and was given a nice fresh air last night. It was quite pleasant, but yeah, definitely deters critters, which is nice.
Homeward bound we are.
We're making our way home now. It's a gray kind of wet morning still, but there's a perfect drive days in my opinion, because there are days when you don't want to be outside anyway. You're not going to be walking or hiking in this weather unless you have to, right? It's not something you choose to do. So they're perfect drive days. Bad weather are perfect drive days because it allows you to get places and to get to new places, and the weather doesn't matter when you're driving. Now, there are exceptions to that. If it was a big blizzard, it would matter. If it was a hurricane, it may matter. But generally speaking, the weather doesn't matter when you're driving. So the perfect days for traveling, which is what we're doing. So
For some of us, it really doesn't matter at all.
It never does. Little passenger princesses. It doesn't matter then. But yeah, so we're driving, and if anything interesting happens on our way home, we will definitely show you. I do imagine the terrain and topography will change quite significantly as we drive. But if there's anything other significant things, we'll show you that too.
There's my sad face.
Heading home. So we are descending down this hill into the town that we were trying to find yesterday. I think this is that town that we liked, that was really kind of neat and tidy and kind of picturesque. And already we can see like all these houses. There's industry. There's something here. This town's alive because the houses are looked after. They're maintained. They're not all derelict, run down, Appalachia looking. This is, a town that actually has money coming into it, so there must be industry nearby. But the main section of town reminded me, I can't speak for Kelly, but it certainly reminded me yesterday of like a Hallmark movie or something. So we'll see. See, this is a Hallmark town. Look at that. Come across the bridge over here and look at it. This looks like a Hallmark movie, doesn't it?
So who's watching more Hallmark movies then, me or you? Just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Just just wondering.
See, all the shops are full and they're open. Like they're not all run down and boarded up. There's actually tenants in these things. Down this little main street here. It's a cute little town.
Ridgeway.
There's Joey's Bakery right there on the corner. I wonder if this is the main town hall or something. That's the county courthouse. So, it's a cute little town. That's a big house. You see that one just passed? Right. That was big.
Just like that. In a blink, it's over.
Yeah. We go up this hill, the houses are going to stop, and we're going to climb out. But it's a cute little town called Ridgeway, and kind of northwest Pennsylvania area, just outside the Allegheny National Forest. But it's a cute little town.
We stopped at a restaurant called the Corner Room here in Penn State campus. We're in State College, part of Pennsylvania on our way back. We Googled a bakery. We went in there. They had nothing but breads. So we're ordering lunch here. And I've noticed one of my favorites. They have a warm chocolate chip cookie. Vanilla ice cream chocolate sauce. So I'm thinking maybe we won't go to another place for dessert if I can talk Josh into staying. We were going to take takeaway, but he had to go and put some more time in the meter so we can stay and eat in lunch.
How many people I have knocking on my door? Well, you're the brand manager.
It's good, but it's messy. Well, we have finished lunch and been through, I guess, State College where we had lunch, which is the town that Penn State is in. Lots of college students everywhere, but we had lunch at a little kind of diner place there, which was pretty good. No bakeries, unfortunately. Tell the story of the bakery.
We searched it and it was in State College, so we parked and walked to it, and then we walked in and it had like a few loaves of bread and like a little shelf with bags of granola, and I think our mouths must have dropped. We're like, do you have any sweets or desserts? I'm like, no, sorry. And when
but online it was
best ever, desserts and pastries, and so we
were disappointed.
went to have lunch, but Josh doesn't realize that I had filmed when he was away, and I did show the diner and the menu, and I took a little picture of our desserts at the end, so I did talk him into staying there for dessert.
Which was fine. It was tasty. But we're done. We're on our way home now, and so yeah, then we're going to wind up this video here, and thanks for watching.
Be sure and like and subscribe and share it with all your friends, and we also have a Patreon page. It'll be in the description below.
As always, yeah. So, yep. We'll see you out there next time.
See you out there.